A Florida woman was posing as an ICE agent. She was acting like she was an ICE agent. She kidnapped her ex boyfriend's wife from her job and got caught. She is accused of personating an ICE agent and kidnapping her ex boyfriend wife from her job. The victim believed the suspect, LaTrance Battle, was an ICE agent as she was in the process of becoming a legal United States resident, but became suspicious after Battle took her to an apartment complex instead of the sheriff's office. So the woman act like she was a ICE officer, went and arrested her ex-boyfriend woman and brought her to the apartment complex. So now the woman is facing several charges after she impersonated a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE agent and kidnapped her ex-boyfriend's wife. On April the 10th, this is Fox35Orlando.com. On April the 10th, Bay County Sheriff's deputies responded to the Bridge Plaza apartments in Panama City Beach after a woman told authorities that she had been kidnapped. An investigation revealed that the suspect, LaTrance Battle, was an ex-girlfriend of the victim's husband. Battle allegedly, LaTrance Battle allegedly went to the woman's job and identified herself as an ICE agent. Police said she was wearing a black shirt with ICE printed on the front, had a sheriff's office business card, and had a handheld radio. The victim believes she was an ICE agent when she arrived at her place of employment. She went to the woman's job. As she was in the process of becoming a legal United States resident. So she wasn't even scared. I would have been scared shitless going, acting like a officer going to somebody's job to arrest them. The woman got into the vehicle with Battle and tried to contact her lawyer and her husband, but Battle allegedly snatched her phone from her. Hey, Damien. When Battle drove them to the apartment complex, the woman told deputies she knew something was wrong because Battle had initially told them they were going to the sheriff's office. According to the police, Battle lived at the complex and instructed the woman to go inside one of the apartments. When the woman got out of the vehicle, Battle partially opened the trunk, revealing that what the woman described as a tackle box and other identified items. I wonder what she was going to try to do to that lady. Deputies said Battle then entered the apartment. At that point, the woman ran off, approached a nearby man, and used his phone to contact law enforcement. The victim realized Battle was her husband's ex-girlfriend after describing the incident, and Battle appearance to him over the phone. He responded that it sounded like his ex, according to the arrest affidavit. They ended up locating her and she was taken in custody on charges of kidnapping, in commission of a felony, robbery by sudden snatching, impersonating a law enforcement officer in commission of a felony, and felony violation of probation. It is not worth doing all that over someone that do not want you or someone that you is not with. Because while you sitting in jail facing all these charges, that man or that woman will continue to live their life with whoever they was with. But I guess she probably was fit to hurt that woman.
A Florida woman is accused of posing as a U.S. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement ICE agent so she could allegedly kidnap her ex-boyfriend's wife and make her suffer the consequences of her husband's actions. Latrance Battle, 52, is accused of entering a hotel where the victim works on April 11th, claiming she was there to detain the woman who is in the process of obtaining U.S. residency. The woman followed Battle, thinking she was a law enforcement official, according to authorities. The Bay County Sheriff's Office said Battle wore a black shirt with ICE printed on the front, presented the woman with a sheriff's office business card, and carried a handheld radio. Battle allegedly told the woman she had to go with her, and they both got in the defendant's vehicle. She appeared in court on April 12th and due back on May 29th, records showed. Battle is being held on a $25,000 bond. At the time of this incident, Battle was also on felony probation for aggravated assault with intent to commit a felony, according to investigators.
Oh, she not new to this. She been doing this type of shit, huh?
County has been arrested for impersonating an ICE agent and then allegedly kidnapping a victim. This is video released by the Bay County Sheriff's Office, and it shows LaTrance Battle being pulled over and then arrested. Deputies say Battle showed up at the victim's work saying she was an ICE agent. She was allegedly wearing a black t-shirt with ICE written on the front. She also had a handheld radio and a sheriff's office business card. Battle was arrested and charged with kidnapping in commission of a felony robbery, impersonating a law enforcement officer, and felony violation.
Yeah, I remember seeing a case that went viral about a lady impersonating ICE. Outsiders did not know the story. This man literally married a Jamaican woman, right? And still had dealing with his ex. And so when his woman would be at work, he would drive his woman car and go to his ex house. And so the ex had a plan to, take out the woman, pretend to be ICE, pick her up from her job, and I don't know what the other plan was. He picked her up. This lady literally took her to her house. So you're pretending to be ICE and you're gonna take some. This is so crazy, y'all. Why would you, take her to the house? And she said, I'll be back, I'm gonna get the other ICE officers. Meanwhile, the victim is in the car. The victim gonna run out, call the police. I feel bad because I know her on a personal level. We used to be friends. I cut her off because of, certain things. But she was definitely crazy. God put people out of my life for a reason. Then the husband gonna claim, oh, that's my crazy ex. But literally, I got videos of you at that lady's house while your wife at home and you driving your wife car to her house. It's like the husband should be held accountable as well.
Step out.
You say you wanna buy some ice.
A woman was arrested in Florida after impersonating an ICE agent and kidnapping her ex-boyfriend's new wife. Here's
That's the only part of the story I need to know. Done.
This is an absolutely crazy story about a woman who impersonated being an ICE agent to get revenge on her ex-boyfriend. Now, this Florida woman was arrested after impersonating an ICE official and attempting to kidnap her ex-boyfriend's new wife. Now, this woman's name is LaTrance Battle, and she was arrested by police while attempting to flee to Alabama. Now, just last week, this woman entered a hotel where her ex-boyfriend's wife was currently working and approached the woman impersonating an ICE agent and acting like she was detaining her. Now, she went all out with this plan. She wore a black shirt with ICE printed on the front and showed the woman a business card from the sheriff's office as proof of her affiliation with the government agency. In addition to this, she allegedly held a handheld radio. Now, it turns out this woman who was allegedly being detained by this fake ICE agent was in the process of becoming a legal United States resident, and so she thought it was a legitimate agent approaching her and willingly went with this woman. She apparently got in the car with this woman. However, this woman, the alleged fake ICE agent, forcefully snatched her phone away when she tried to contact her husband, this woman's ex-boyfriend, and her lawyer. Now, the woman impersonating the ICE agent said that she was taking the woman to the sheriff's office. However, she instead took her to an apartment complex where she told the woman she now had to suffer the consequences of her husband's actions. It's unclear what this meant because the woman being detained was able to escape with the help of a neighbor, and this fake ICE agent was then reported and arrested. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. This is an absolute...
Assalamualaikum family. Alka mo so min jeteng ato mo latris baru lati. Abe sanji talulu ning
Open the door! Sheriff's office!
Roll you in down.
LOL, I'm sorry. This is so wrong, so funny in one breath. Not the Florida woman impersonating an ICE agent to arrest her ex-boyfriend's wife. Her name is LaTrance Battle. She's 52. She allegedly told the victim, I guess the ex-boyfriend's wife, that she needed to suffer the consequences of her husband's actions. So on the 10th of the month, she showed up at the lady's job, which is a hotel, in black, all black, and a hat, and then wearing a black ICE shirt. Had on the outfit, she showed the lady a card that said sheriff's office and told her to come with. So the lady went with her out of fear, pursuing U.S. citizen. Lady got suspicious. I ain't even gonna lie to you, that shit funny, but it's not funny, because I'm curious. So if you see this lady in this picture right here, so the lady is getting arrested, you wanna know why? This bitch, she had ended up going to her ex house acting like she ISIS, guys, and took his girlfriend, whoever the fuck he was laid up with. So the girlfriend panicking and shit and whatever, how it go, because she worried and she feel like she about to get him back home. So she had end up taking the lady back to her apartment. So when she gets to this apartment, she opened up the trunk and she got the lady out of it. So at some random point, she had time, which is the girlfriend that she had end up coming to get because she was acting like she was ISIS. She had ended up calling her boyfriend to explain to him how the person looked and what they was wearing and describe everything. The boyfriend was like, that's my motherfucking ex. I'm just curious. What the fuck she was trying to do to her? I think she's trying to be with her boyfriend alone and trying to get her out of there and make it seem like she was ISIS. But baby, she don't even look like fit to be ISIS. The fuck? But you know, this was things.
What would you do if your ex got married to somebody else? Hopefully not this!
Yeah, what the hell was this woman gonna do with this man's wife? So yeah, this is LaTrance Battle right here. She went up to her ex-boyfriend wife job. The woman that played like she was an ICE agent told this woman she was about to be detained. Mind you, the wife already going through the process to become legal, okay? Miss LaTrance Battle went in there with an ICE shirt, with a shirt on that say ICE. And she had some type of card, detective card, like she was an actual agent. The wife ended up believing her and ended up leaving out with the woman, going to the vehicle, right? The woman trying to call her husband, she snatches her phone, okay? They make it to an apartment complex. Come to find out, the apartment complex is the same apartments that Miss Battle right here stays in. So she get the wife out the car and she popped the trunk. The wife is able to see up in the trunk, and the wife said it was a black tackle box and some unidentifiable items in the trunk. To walk this woman to another apartment and told her to go on the inside. So the woman was like, no, something ain't right. She had already said something wasn't right when they pulled up into the apartment complex, because when she picked her up, she told her she was finna take her to the sheriff's office. So instead of the wife going into the apartment that she told her to go into, she took off running, and it was a man out there. And she ended up getting, the man ended up letting her use her phone. She called her husband and told her husband what was going on, and described the woman appearance and everything to the husband. And the husband told her, you need to be calling the police because that sound like my ex. Yeah, and come to find out she is the ex. But what I want to know, what was this woman gonna do to the wife? What was she gonna do to the wife, y'all? Make sure y'all like, share, and comment upon this video because I want to.
Y'all hit the like and subscribe button.